What happened? You like LaMelo, so you just don't want that stress. You don't want the burden to be on you every game. You scared of that. You scared of that, boy. You scared of that stress, nigga. Yeah, you scared of that. Yeah, it's what else, nigga? You try to have a limited mellow crossover? No. Fuck. Get it out the mind. What else, nigga? You try to have a limited mellow crossover? No. Fuck. Get it out the mind. What you mean? I don't know, King. I don't know how 2K25 will work. Yeah, yeah. Oh, God. I play the Rockets this game. I'm just trying to load up my files. My files won't load while I'm trying to fire up. Right? He got the big ballers on. They the regular white Johns with some shit. That's disgusting. Right. So, all right. Let's get it. Let's get it. Again.
At 6'6" number 22, Matt Barnes. At shooting guard, at 6'3", number 9, Kobe Allen.
Welcome, everyone. Here's what the Houston Rockets schedule looks like. On Wednesday, the Golden State Warriors come into town, tipping off a homestand for them. And then on Saturday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls. And the Houston Rockets starting 5. Harden out there with Patrick Beverly. And it's Trevor. Some changes for Memphis.
Player to play with. He's like the freest player in the league.
JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Randall. Carter comes in for Barnes. And Lance Stevenson subbed in for Allen. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to catch up with the head coach of the Rockets. The frustration was evident in his voice when I asked him about their record. He told me, well, we've been learning the hard way. Anything less than 100% effort will not get it done. I want our guys to recognize that and be hungrier than they've been. Is it talent? Is it effort? Well, they're still trying to figure it out. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. Hey, Smitty, when a team underperforms early in the season, fans tend to go crazy. I mean, they just can't figure out why this is happening. But what are the players saying to each other on the bench when they're traveling in the locker room?
You know, I think when you're having great communication, Kevin, when guys amongst each other, you're trying to get through it, you're working through it. Whether you get through it or not is fine. I think there's a sign that things are going wrong. Kevin, you hear about these player-only meetings. When you start having 2 or 3 of those, that's when the ship is starting to go south.
On the wing, Brewer. Some nice passing there by Houston. Shot by Terry, no good.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
And the rejection by Smith. Pass to Brewer. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Great player movement, great
Yo,
ball
you see
movement.
Shorty on
That's
CT
fun to watch.
You ain't get the picture on CT yesterday?
Conley surveying the D. Now the feed to Carter. Back to Conley. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Lance Stevens. How he performed last season. Last season, put up about 7 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And to have a knockdown shooter like that coming off the bench, a great asset for any coach.
For sure, things can get stagnant without that spark plug. He always seems to supply points for them in bunches.
Houston shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And look back a season ago, they did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws. And the missed free throws starting to be an issue. And last season, the Grizzlies increasing their rate of 3-point attempts, but still bottom 6 in attempts and percentage.
This team needs more shooting. Shooting. The grit and grind era is over. Their offense has to be more dynamic.
Beasley kicks to Terry. Just 4 to shoot. Another miss by Houston. And it's Chalmers with the ball. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Trailing by 2. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And after that game, it was impressive to look at the box score and see the work they did at the free throw line.
That was a concerted effort to try to get to the line as much as possible, and it really made a difference.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Carter looking around. There's the dish to Randolph. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Zach Randolph, so smart with his pump fake, effectively fooling his man and simply going right up into the contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. He hits the second from the line. 1:58 left to play here in the first.
You know what's wild, too?
Now, here's Brewer,
As a
defended by
I just
Carter.
played with Russell Westbrook. The point guard
There's the pass to Montius.
You know off days besides like even on the sub teams.
Back to Brewer. There's the 3.
You got the
Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Memphis the other way. Here's Chalmers. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in.
Yeah, Mario Chalmers is freshman.
And Beasley, here we go. And that one, good. Beasley's got his second basket of the game.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
Chalmers passes to Carter. Randolph with the ball. Knocked away. Brewer with the steal. And now here comes Terry leading the break. That's a 2 from Smith. That one's good from the corner. 58 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Chalmers dishes to Carter. Green kicks to Carter. But they recover. Here's Randolph. And the rejection by Smith.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
29 seconds left in the first quarter. The Grizzlies trail by 5.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Randall. Deflects the pass. Outside, Green. Randolph finds Stevenson. And a miss there on the triple. Brewer with the ball. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so the first quarter is in the books. A unique upbringing for Clint Capella. Spent years in a welfare orphanage in Switzerland. He said he never imagined he'd come this far.
As a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about that far. I would say that's even past my dreams. I mean, now I'm just living the moment, trying to work hard as I can.
Just an inspiring story, Greg. It gives you perspective on why you should be grateful for everything you have.
Kevin, without a doubt, Capella's upbringing helped shape him, and the hard work he continues to put in is really admirable.
Vince with the old bigger dog. Let's go,
he did. And that's what Carter does best, knifing his way inside so he can finish with the easy slam.
And so it's Houston with it. It's a three-point game. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
And missing your free throws usually changes the complexion of a game. Certainly did in that one.
Especially on the road. Each miss fired up that crowd even more.
3 on the clock. Beasley for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Kicks it out to Stevenson. Takes a 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. Stevenson's got the game tied up here for Memphis.
To stretch out the defense, you just need enough guys on the floor who can make that shot.
Houston moving the ball around. Shot by Terry, no good. And for Memphis, they're shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
Howard's checked in for the Rockets. Carter with it, and Terry picks him up defensively. That drive by Carter. Outside, Green. Carter, the pass to Randall. No good, shot missing.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Stevenson. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And so it's Terry bringing it up for the Rockets. No points yet here in the second quarter for them. Passes to Howard. Kicks it out to Beasley. Launches a 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Beasley's got 7 points.
Yeah, still commanding a lot of defensive attention. Howard just keeps his head up and finds the open man.
Left side, Randolph. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Marc Gasol's checked in for JaMychal Green. Randolph comes in for Barnes. Carter, he's checked in for Lance Stevenson. And Mike Conley subbed in for Allen. Houston also making some changes. Montezumas comes in for Smith. And it's Brewer in for James Harden. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. And Smitty, for teams that tend to go deep into the playoffs year after year, season after season, it takes, I'm assuming, a mental toll. As well as a physical toll.
It does, and that mental toll is just as hard as that physical toll on your body and your mind. And I think for teams that have great leadership and development of those young guys that can play some of those minutes, they usually bowl well.
Houston in the lead. Brewer is just a Beasley. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Vince Carter picks one up. The Rockets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Few players in the league do a better job of finding the open man than Mike Conley.
Houston's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Pass to Montezumas. Here is Howard. Down it goes, his 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Conley, the pass to Gasol. Over Howard. It's Gasol missing. The Rockets shooting just 29% in the second quarter. The offense is suffering. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Rockets shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
After having no trips to the free throw line in the first period, he's being much more aggressive now.
The Grizzlies trail by 3. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Carter for 3, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Right wing. Moniunas kicks to Brewer. And there's the pass to Moniunas. 6 to shoot. It's Howard, top of the key. Here's Beasley. Second chance shot. Howard can't hit.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Chalmers dishes to Carter. Outside Randolph. Outside Conley. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Rockets trail by 3. Beasley outside. Bobbed up there for Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
And Howard still has more than enough lift here to finish off plays like that.
And 1:01 left to play in the first half. Conley finds Carter. Down low. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
For Memphis, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
And Stevenson's checked in for the Grizzlies. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Houston. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Outside Conley. Over Terry. Here's Randolph. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
Zach Randolph is just relentless on the glass. One of the best offensive rebounders we have in the game.
Howard in the post. Defended by Gasol. Howard kicks to Brewer. 5 to shoot. Here's Ariza. And no good that time. Some solid defense from Randolph. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Grizzlies lead by 5. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the 3rd quarter after our halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after 1 half of play. Everybody, welcome back for our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. They did give up a couple baskets more than they wanted to, and at the end of the period, were trailing by 5 points. The second quarter largely belonged to them as they took charge of the game and jumped out to a 5-point lead at the break. Kenny, what do you think about the Grizzlies?
Well, they've gotten to the line tonight a lot. Basically, they're saying, I'm going to take it to you, and the only way you can stop me is to foul me. But here's the thing. If you're afraid to sacrifice your body, you'll never pick up a lot of free throws. So great job in the first half.
Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
You know, they haven't shot the ball very well. Not nearly enough quality looks.
And that's going to...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We have seen, and it's Green, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Carter comes in for Tony Allen. Gasol passes to Conley. Over Terry. Offensive rebound. And Capella sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Here is Conley. 6 points for him. Memphis moving it around. Shot clock at 5. Kicks it to Carter for the lead. Marc Gasol picks up the foul. That will be foul number 5 on him. Lance Stephenson's checked in for the Grizzlies. Conley out there with Lance Stephenson. Then it's Matt Barnes. Then it's JaMychal Green. And it's Carter in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Kept alive. Here's Capella. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. This is his first chance at the line tonight. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
And a boon it was for the Rockets to be able to keep Clint Capella. A great fit with the team and gives them exactly what they need on the interior.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Chalmers is checked in. It's his first trip to the line. And Greg Capella, who was taken near the end of the first round back in 2014 in the draft, has developed well during his time with Houston.
And Capella's game has really taken off in the last few seasons. He looks to be a double-double machine for this team for the next handful of years, and that is exactly what they need.
Carter with it, and it's Harden picking him up. And here is Chalmers. He's got 5. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Clint Capella.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Even when plays, Steve, aren't being run for them, certain guys always get a lot of their points on tip-ins and putbacks. They're always right there. Who catches your eye in that category?
Andre Drummond, for sure, Kevin. He's phenomenal on the offensive glass. Rudy Gobert. Al Horford, he gets those timely tip-ins.
He does, you're right.
And then I look at another guy is Whiteside. When he's engaged, he can. Marvin Bagley is a newer name, and he's fantastic at that as well.
And Stevenson kicks to Carter. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist. And that's now 10 points for Vince Carter.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Ariza outside. And again, it's the Rockets from deep. Now Chalmers. He has 7. Out to Carter. He dishes it to Barnes. That shot, no good. Smith with some nice D.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Ariza with the buckets.
And the execution has just been off defensively here in the second. Play after play, it's almost as if they're a step slow.
Chalmers passes to Green. Carter against Ariza. 3 from Stevenson, and the 3 ball is good. Stevenson's got it all tied up now for Memphis.
Defensively, a breakdown along the perimeter. Just too slow to rotate.
And so it's Terry bringing it up for the Houston Rockets. Up top, Capella. Another shot. He takes it up and lays it in. Capella's got 9 points.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Here's Chalmers. 7 points in the game. Pass to Carter. It's stolen by Ariza. All alone, and Ariza with the stuff.
And one of the top ball hawks in the game. Ariza's long arms and quick hands causing havoc.
Good work there as it goes. Carter's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Jack Randolph is checked in for Matt Barnes. Beasley's checked in for the Rockets. Houston's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. And it's Smith, top of the key. Here's Brewer. A three-pointer, no good.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end, yet they continue to lead.
Carter, the pass to Green. Smith against Carter. Back to Green. Shot clock at 6. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
A trickier cover than he gets credit for. Jermichael Green catches the defender out of position.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. The first one falls. That one misses. Houston in the lead. To the paint. Here's Smith. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Now, here's Chalmers. Covered by Brewer. And the basket by Chalmers. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Terry with it. Now Green defending. Terry dishes to Smith. Over Chalmers. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I'm not mad at it. I'll take 22 and a half, bro. Every time. Are we up or down? I did not see.
You look at LaMelo Ball in this game. He's been everywhere.
We're up. Okay, cool. Yeah.
The mighty Mississippi River carving its path through Memphis, Tennessee, where we're coming to you from tonight. Broadcasting live, 2K Sports presents the NBA. It's Monday night. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And a quick look at how the Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Wednesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then on Friday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Orlando Magic. And the Houston Rockets starting 5. Trevor Ariza out there with Jones. Then it's Harden. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Howard in at the pivot, manning the middle. And for the Grizzlies, we've got Conley. Zach Randolph is out there with Marc Gasol. Then it's Matt Barnes, and it's Allen in at the shooting guard. Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Mark, who do you think is the best center right now, spacing the floor and also embracing the traditional responsibilities of a center?
Boy, I tell you, it wasn't until the playoffs of this past season that I got to see Jokic. My goodness, he is a joy to watch. His footwork, his shot making, his skill, and I think his passing is probably the best attribute of his game. But I would put him in that category because he can make the deep three. Embiid is streaky from there. In terms of the balanced approach, I think probably you could throw Karl Anthony Towns in that mix.
Good name. Here is Carter after Clint Capella's bucket. Carter outside. Chalmers with it. Guarded now by Michael Beasley. Lock at 6. Beasley against Chalmers. Brewer with the rebound.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Beasley finds Terry. Passes it to Capella. Beasley outside. Kept alive by Houston. Here's Smith. The shot, no good. And it's Chalmers with the ball. He'll bring it up for Memphis. 4-point game. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Yeah, and that one, they caused a lot of misfires with their intensity on the defensive end.
And the hustle they showed on that end was infectious, contagious. I mean, there's... really got after.
And there's Terry. Vince Carter getting it to go from deep. It's Beasley on the wing, defended by Carter. And that one drops for him.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now here is Carter. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Phoenix. And it's Stevenson missing.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
They get it back. Capella. They shoot again. To Brewer from past the arc, and Beasley gets it to go on the assist by Brewer. Beasley's got 5 points so far.
You know, pretty much anybody can hit that shot when they're that wide open. I mean, terrible defense.
And Chalmers kicks to Carter. Fires from the wing. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Now here's Green. Michael Beasley missing his last shot. Pass to Chalmers. A 3-ball. The Rockets pull it in. And it's Houston on the break. Here's Brewer, and Brewer with the stuff.
Fantastic athleticism from Brewer there. His arms that go forever, it seems, make it easy for him to dunk it down.
Chalmers pass to Stevenson. Now Carter. And 1:01 left here in the first quarter. That one goes. Count it.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
To the inside. And that one is good by Beasley. Beasley's got the game tied up here for Houston.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Stevenson outside. And there's the pass to Carter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponents.
You know, it's one of the things coaches like least is giving away points. I mean, they've been a step late. They've been caught reaching. They've got to tighten things up at the defensive end.
The Rockets making a switch here. Montejunas has checked in, and it's good. 2 points.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Now, here's Stevenson, covered by Brewer. Now Stevenson. His last outing, he had 8 points. Carter outside, over Beasley. Carter outside, lets it go with a 3.
Oh, my goodness! Before the hole.
How about that?
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A 3 at the buzzer, that'll do it.
And we'll be right back after this. A unique upbringing for Clint Capella. Spent years in a welfare orphanage in Switzerland.
As a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about it.
Just an inspiring story, Greg. It gives you perspective on why you should be grateful for everything you have.
Kevin, without a doubt, Capella's upbringing helped shape him, and the hard work he continues to put in is really admirable.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball, and defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Yeah, I like the way they forced a ton of turnovers and then took advantage of those turnovers with opportunistic baskets.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And so in the game for the Rockets, we've got Montejunas. Smith is out there with Beasley. Then there's Brewer, and it's Terry in at the 1. Brewer pushes to Montejunas. Basket counts. Montejunas has got 6 points.
That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
Chalmers scanning the floor. Here's Stevenson. That's good, and so Chalmers with the assist. Stevenson's got his first points in this one.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession. And for so many things that the Rockets do right, one area they can lapse in is rebounding.
Yeah, and a big part of that, I think, is they play a lot of small ball, and the defense is decent, but the rebounding suffers when they go small. They were bottom 3 in the league last year in rebounding.
Yeah, Carter, just a freak of nature, one of the best dunkers the game has ever seen, a top-tier shooting guard who just embraces the spotlight.
Marc Gasol's checked in for Matt Barnes. Pass to Howard, and some nice passing there by Houston. Beverly, the pass to Smith. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. They get Marc Gasol. Mark, you were so good at such an early age in your basketball career. At what point did you personally realize just how far the game could take you?
You know, it really resonated with me, Kevin, I think at a summer basketball camp at Miami of Ohio, when some of the better campers, high school campers, were asked to play with the college guys at night. And then during pickup games in my hometown of Cleveland with some of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow and Mike Mitchell, and being able to compete
somewhat with those guys at 15 and 16 years of age, and having them encourage me to keep going and that I'd have a chance to do what they were doing at the time, which was play pro ball.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And Chalmers kicks to Gasol. And here's Carter. 9 points in the game so far. Back to Gasol. Offensive rebound. Excellent D from Howard.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
On the wing, Brewer. A floater. Green with the rebound. Grizzlies have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Carter dishes to Gasol. Back to Carter. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Lance Stevenson, how he performed last season. Last year averaged 7 points a game, 3 rebounds and 2 assists. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contribution.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
Ariza against Randolph. Ariza no up.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Harden against Carter. Stevenson outside from the arc. Unis grabs the miss. For Houston, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. The feed to Howard. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Dwight Howard is a big...
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it out.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Look at Vince Carter in this game. I mean, he's been everywhere.
And he's shown just how.
And Memphis making a change here. Carter's checked in. Tony Allen is out there with Conley. And there's Carter. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Randolph in at the 4. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Harden against Allen. 5 to shoot. Right side, Jones. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits.
This is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Yeah, watching Carter find his rhythm. Very impressive, an efficient scorer who can hurt you in a lot of ways.
Kicks it out to Ariza. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 6 assists now in the game. Conley against Beverly. Pass to Gasol. Now here is Carter. Not a lot of room. Gasol wide open. He fires. Cans the shot from the wing. Gasol's got the lead up to 12 now for the Grizzlies. Harden against Allen. Pass to Howard. Kicks it out to Ariza. Houston needs to get a shot off. The 3 from Harden. No good on that one. Excellent D there from Allen. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And then Carter with the dunk.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about where you throw it. Just throw it up because Carter athletic enough to get any pass for the alley-oop.
Here's Ariza. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Chalmers is checked in. Chalmers against Beverly. Here's Ariza. Softly drops in the floater. Ariza's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, I like the calmness of Ariza near the basket. I mean, really good at staying focused, even when the defense is all over.
Carter down low. Ariza covering. 6 to shoot. Allen finds Carter. Randolph draws the double. Doesn't go for him. So Houston will take it the other way. Here's Ariza. Carter pulls it in. And the Grizzlies leading by 12. And it's sent back by Howard.
Excellent timing by Howard. He knows exactly when to jump to deny shot attempt.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
Boy, from the looks of it, it appears the defense is fine with him taking that shot, but he makes them pay when they do.
Carter with it. He's got 15. Down low. Here's Gasol. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Clark, do you think on average rookies are having a greater impact on their teams now than in decades past?
I really don't think so, Kevin. You can go back and look at the numbers historically. Every draft class usually has 6 to 10 rookies that have a significant impact on their respective teams. And of those 10, perhaps 10 or 12, maybe only a few are going to be on playoff teams just because of the nature of the draft. I don't really think that's changed tremendously over the decades.
And through the years, he's become very confident in that shot. Gasol's almost better from mid-range than he is in tight. That's a great weapon for a 7-footer to have.
Howard, the pass to Harden. From deep 3-point range, here's Howard, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. There's the call. Memphis gets the foul.
You know what? Still a consistent double-double threat every game is Howard, wanting to prove how valuable he is.
Jermichael Green, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. And the Grizzlies leading by 10. And Stevenson kicks to Chalmers. Carter against Beasley. Outside for Randolph. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Randolph's got 4 this quarter.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Brewer passes to Terry. And some nice passing there by Houston. And Howard slams it home.
You know, showing flashes of his old self here. I mean, when Howard finds that rhythm, it feels like nobody can stop him, and he's right.
To the middle. Here's Carter. No good that time. Excellent D there from Beasley. Terry looking over the floor. Now the pass to Howard. Beasley outside. Back to Howard. They double team Howard. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Howard's got it back down to single digits for the Rockets. Chalmers finds Carter. On the wing, Green over Smith. And there's Green on the assist from Carter. Carter's got his 4th assist in this one.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
That one drops for him. And it's 6 points for Smith. Here's Chalmers. He's got 7. On the wing, Stevenson. Shoots off the step back. No good. Shot missing. And it's Houston the other way. Here's Beasley. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. 9 points for Beasley.
And you know he's finishing when he gets that close. Count it.
Stevenson outside. Brewer with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. And it's Terry off the drive. The Grizzlies pull it in. Randolph's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's the lob to the hoop. And Vince Carter with the slam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Well, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Howard draws the double. Beasley with a clean look, but they recover it.
In the offensive rebounding, really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the board.
Rockets have shot 4 of 7 as a team from the line tonight. Several misses early. No good on that one.
And all those missed opportunities at the line are starting to add up on them in this half. If they go on to lose this game, that'll be the first thing they point to.
Matt Barnes is checked in for Memphis. And a change for the Rockets. Monteunas is checked in. Now, here's Chalmers. He has 7. Stevenson kept alive, goes back up, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
When Lance Stevenson is focused, he's very dangerous, has a ton of talent, good, strong physical body, athletic, versatile. He does a lot of good things out there.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And so in the game for the Rockets, they've got Trevor Ariza. Howard is out there with Jones. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Harden in at the 2-guard spot.
Randolph's been one of the best scorers in the league throughout his career. Contact never bothers him.
Inside, here's Harden. And it's sent back by Allen. They get it back. Howard kicks to Beverly. Ariza at the elbow. For the 3. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Beverly.
Well, I tell you what, Beverly's really improved as a 3-point shooter, as dependable as they come now, shooting from behind the arc.
And yes, it's good. 8 points for Mike Conley.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
Beverly, the pass to Harden, makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Here's Carter. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Carter's got 19 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Ariza. Good work defensively by Carter.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
To the paint, looks for Randolph, gets it to him. Over Jones, and Randolph with the basket on the assist from Carter. Carter's got 5 assists tonight. Rockets trail by 6. And Beverly kicks to Harden. To the inside, Jones. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Vince Carter picks one up.
And they are shooting themselves in the foot here. They've lost their touch at the line. The percentage continues to drop from where it was in that first half.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Gasol finds Conley. Carter outside. A 3-pointer, no good.
He had a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
Allen against Harden. Passes to Jones. Shot clock at 6. Howard against Gasol. Howard can't hit. And here's Gasol. He'll bring it up for Memphis. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team.
And, you know, Kevin, Gasol is one of the best passers in the league. I mean, in his position, there aren't many better. Excellent at scanning the floor and finding the open man.
Inside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
You know, it's nearly impossible trying to defend Hart. I mean, he has it all in his package. One of the best penetrators in the game. He's a great passer, and we know what he can do scoring the ball.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
He kicks it to Ariza. Back to Harden. Shot, high post. Zach Randolph with the rebound. Randolph's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. You tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Now Beverly. Bounce pass Howard. Here's Jones. Misses off the right iron.
You know what? Just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm.
And Randolph now top of the key. Conley kicks to Carter. Allen outside. Over Jones. They grab their own miss. Here's Gasol. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Dwight Howard.
And there aren't too many big men more dependable than Gasol. He's a skilled passer who can operate out of that high post, but also give you a little rim protection if you need it.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Marc Gasol.
And he's up over 50% from the field here tonight, and that speaks to how solid his shot selection has been. Nothing forced and really no bad decisions. Just good, smart, offensive basketball.
These fans love him, and tonight he's given them plenty to cheer about. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, guys. Well, the Rockets coach had some words for his team during the timeout. He is not happy with the turnovers. He said, we have got to get some shots. It's as simple as that, guys. Play smart and value the basketball. We'll see if the message sunk in, Kevin.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
And you look at him, he's given up an awful lot of size in that matchup, so he needs to have the ability to create separation.
Beverly for 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Carter looking around. Over in the corner, Allen. Fires for 3. Vince Carter the bucket on the assist by Allen. 26 points for Vince Carter.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Stolen by Allen, and now it's Allen running. He can go all the way.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
Beverly, the pass to Howard. Jones up top. Conley against Beverly. Carter comes in with the double team. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Harden for 3. And the 3 ball is good. Harden's got 11 in the second half. Memphis leading by 15. Carter outside. It's stolen by Ariza. And it's slammed in by Ariza.
I tell you what, Ariza is a lockdown defender, constantly keeping his hands and feet moving to come away with steals.
Conley against Beverly. Now here is Carter. He's guarded closely. The dish to Randolph. Second chance shot. And it's good on the way in. Randolph's got 20 points.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Grizzlies.
Free throw drops for Wright. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long, everyone. The Timberwolves clearly know how to dress. Getting off the bus earlier on, hoping to secure a win away from home. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The mighty Mississippi River carving its path through Memphis, Tennessee, where we're coming to you from. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, these the new power rankings. They tell a great story. You look at the Timberwolves, they're still riding with the middle of the pack, but trending upward.
And looking at Memphis, they're just right now outperforming those preseason predictions. And that's because they're getting help from some unlikely sources.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. A high-flying Pitt Carter. He's checked in for Zach Randolph. Of course, for some players now in their second seasons, you can tell just how big the jump is between that first year and their second year in the league.
I think, Kevin, it's probably the single biggest growth opportunity. One of the things that happens is the game slows down for second-year players. Very rarely do you see a guy take a step backwards. They're comfortable, they're more confident, and they know what to expect.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Out to Carter, and out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Here are the top distributors from last season. These guys always seem to find the open man. Third is Ricky Rubio.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
Conley. Here's Gasol. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. The Timberwolves have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Towns, the pass to Levine. Shot clock at 6. Back to Towns. Over Conley. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Last season, it seemed like Towns recommitted himself on the defensive end after facing some pretty significant criticism in that department.
You know, he looked like he was playing with a chip on his shoulder defensively. Towns has always had the capability to be a fantastic defender, and I'm really glad that he's focusing on that part of his game as an area to improve.
That ties the game. Conley's got 5 now.
Wow, what a find. Marc Gasol, one of the best passing big men in the league.
All right. Let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I did have a chance to talk with Minnesota's head coach. Defensively, he wants his guys to protect the rim and do everything they can to push the offense out to the perimeter. He told me if we can do that, I feel good about our chances. Now, guys, obviously that's a tall order, but he's trying to get his guys to get geeked for the challenge.
Okay, David, thanks. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws of the game.
2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
And you think about the Wolves' history. KG clearly their best player, but Big Cat has a chance to reach that level someday.
He does, Greg, and I think we always look through KG's legacy being defined by passion, commitment, and leadership. That was as important as his basketball skill. Karl Anthony Towns is similarly talented, right? I think the key is he just needs to find consistency. That's the last step.
Carter looking around. Back to Gasol. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one is on Towns.
Well, the activity of Marc Gasol gets the defense to react and an opportunity to make some free throws.
Memphis shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And that one falls for Marc Gasol. And so Marc Gasol nails both of them.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Rubio, the pass to Wiggins. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Tries from 16. Another shot. And Gasol sends it back.
What defensive instincts. What timing by Marc Gasol. Nice block.
Pass to Carter. Down low. Here's Gasol. The Grizzlies with another miss. So it's Rubio bringing it up for Minnesota. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Grizzlies.
And 2 teams here that were evenly matched a season ago as they split the season series.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down. I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play. Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Bounce pass, Conley. Carter finds Conley. Back to Carter. Out to Conley. Passes it to Carter. Fades away. Here's Gasol, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
You know that Marc Gasol is going to pursue the rebounds. It doesn't matter where he is on the floor. He won't give up on a play.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. Of course, you've seen a lot of these big men come and go in this league. Who would you say right now is the most complete big man in the NBA?
Well, 2 guys come to my mind immediately, and that's Joel Embiid, who I think probably could be more efficient with his three-point shooting, but is still enough of a threat that you have to guard him out there. They enter the ball through him in the post, and he can be a dominant scorer. He can also put it on the deck. And then Anthony Davis, who you could say all of those attributes that Joel Embiid has, the Brow has as well. Those are 2 of the most complete, dominant, two-way big men in today's game.
And the rejection by Towns.
A terrific effort by Towns. Sticks with the play and sends it back. Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
Rubio against Conley. And the rejection by Towns. Conley gets the bucket.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
There's the pass to Wiggins with the fadeaway. That one wide left.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
To the middle, here's Rubio. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. 6 points for Ricky Rubio.
Now, Zach LaVine is a solid passer. This guy entered the league as a point guard, puts it on the money there.
And stolen by Wiggins. Rubio left side. Here's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Conley's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Barnes. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Levine wide open. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine.
Let's take a look at some numbers for Rubio. Last season's performance for him. 3rd in assists, 9th in steals, and ranked in the top 15 in free throw percentage. Tremendous confidence and technique at the line.
And as you mentioned, top 3 in assists last year. He did a great job of setting the pace, finding the open man, making the simple delivery. Out to Carter. Here's Gasol. Shoots over Towns. That's good from Gasol, and the assist from Carter. Gasol's got 6.
Well, what a perimeter shot Marc Gasol has always had. For a big man, such pretty touch.
Minnesota calls timeout. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And I credit the shot selection in that one. It's hard to stay patient, but you see the reward.
Well, typically, Greg, great decision-making leads to great shooting percentages. I thought that team played a very smart game.
Levine kicks to Rubio. Back to Levine. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Towns high post. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Conley, the pass to Carter. Knocked away. Barnes finds Carter. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's Wiggins, and Wiggins throws it down.
Well, Ricky Rubio has defined point guard vision. He can see the floor so beautifully.
Here's Conley. And no good that time. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Kick out to Levine. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. 6 points for Zach LaVine.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Carter inside the three-point line, and good. Got the English that time as it falls.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Pass to Towns. Rejected by Gasol. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. So both teams changing it up here. Levine kicks to Rubio. Garnett outside. Rubio with it. He's got 6. Just 5 on the clock. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. For 3, Levine. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Got his hand out enough on that one to bother the three-point attempt. Great hustle on that one.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
Matt Barnes is out there with Carter. Then there's Allen. Then it's Zach Randolph. And it's Chalmers in at the point. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies.
This guy gets up in the air so smoothly. Andrew Wiggins, a nice foundation for that shot.
Carter finds Randolph. Back to Carter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins. Of course, you and I were just talking about this as more and more players are going public with their trade requests. Do you think that's had a negative impact on the game?
Well, Kevin, I certainly think it makes long-term planning for NBA franchises a lot more difficult because contractually we are not seeing them hold true to the particular organization they may have signed that contract with. The reality is this in today's NBA. You've got to be nimble as an organization, and you have got to be attractive to them. And I mean that with great ownership, great leadership, and who are the players currently in your system. You have got to be incredibly nimble to be successful in today's NBA.
I think you're right on. For Minnesota, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard. And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense, and it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, facing up, playing outside or in, off the bounce or on the catch. This guy can do it all.
Timberwolves leading by 12. And here's Levine. 6 points for him. Garnett finds Wiggins. Towns down low, working on Randolph. And he gets the bucket. Towns has got 4 this quarter. And Greg, as you said, it's the skill level of Towns at his young age that is so incredible.
Very capable 3-ball shooter, but he likes backing you down on the block as well. You step back and look at what he can do for a team, and there aren't really any holes in his game.
For Minnesota, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. Free throw good, Levine.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Well, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Carter, just a freak of nature, one of the best dunkers the game has ever seen, a top-tier shooting guard who just embraces the spotlight.
That's good from Vince Carter. Grizzlies making a switch here. Gasol's checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. Timberwolves leading by 13. Rubio outside. Down low, Towns. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Make no mistake, Karl Anthony Towns has all the skills necessary to be amongst the best players in the league. What a problem he poses for defenses, guys.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. And Towns drops them both.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Chalmers dishes to Carter. Feeds it to Randolph. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. That's now 8 points for Zach Randolph.
And that's just Randolph right there, understanding where the defense is, keeps his focus, makes a tough shot inside.
A three-pointer. Wiggins connects from three-point range. And the Timberwolves lead by 16.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Chalmers. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Kevin Garnett.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Grizzlies have converted 7 of 11 free throw attempts up to this point in the game.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
And so Chalmers nails both of them. Minnesota leading by 14. Rubio the pass to Levine. He dishes it to Garnett. He kicks to Wiggins. Here's Levine. It's rebounded by Randolph.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
And that's what Carter does best, knifing his way inside so he can finish with the easy slam.
Releases from 15. Wiggins dishes to Rubio. Towns the pass to Garnett. Kicks it out to Rubio. His three-pointers off the mark. The Grizzlies trail by 12. Carter down low. Guarded by Levine. That one misses. Excellent D there from Garnett. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. And that's 13 points for Andrew Wiggins. Carter outside. Outside for Randolph. It's the rebound. Here's Gasol. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. With a break in the action, let's show you the teams with the most second chance points last year. In the third spot, the Timberwolves.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
Well, as well-rounded as Marc Gasol is on the offensive end of the floor, remember that this was the Defensive Player of the Year back in 2003. What a tremendous all-around talent.
Mike Conley's checked in for Zach Randolph. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Dora, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst. Breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
Here's Rubio. Offensive rebound. Towns. Good D by Barnes.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
And Chalmers kicks to Conley. 5 on the clock. Pass to Gasol. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 3 assists now in this one. So it's Rubio bringing it up for Minnesota. At one point, they led by 16. Garnett the pass to Towns. Over Gasol. And Towns gets it to go. Towns has got 11 points.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Conley kicks to Carter. Some nice passing there by Memphis. And the rejection by Towns. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns. Nine seconds left to play in the first half. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, they get it to the high percentage area, and then it all goes wrong from there.
And so it's Andrew Wiggins making highlights for Minnesota. We witnessed him delivering a series of three-pointers as he notched 3 total in the quarter. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Zach, you guys have been able to get going offensively. What is the focus at that end of the floor?
Got to run them. We got one of the most athletic teams, so, we got to get out, use athleticism, execute, and, just continue to make shots.
Hands can't hit what their eyes can't see. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It's Minnesota out in front at the half. They are leading by 12. How about you, Shaq? What'd you think about Minnesota?
The three-point shot was their best friend. I agree with the strategy. When it's working, take advantage of it. I don't really like it. Live by the jumper, die by the jumper. But tonight, they're living and they're living good, baby.
How about you, Kenny? What'd you think about Memphis?
To me, they looked out of sync shooting the basketball. Under 40% for the first half. Some of it was poor shot selection, but mostly it just looked like they were out of rhythm. For the second half, they need to push more for buckets in transition. Get to the foul line a little bit more. Try to get back in the flow.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Both teams will make substitutions. And so here's Memphis, trailing by 17. To the paint, here's Gasol. That shot misses. Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, we've got Prince. Zhang is out there with Bielitsa. Then it's Jones. And it's Muhammad in at the 2-guard spot. That drive by Carter releases. And it's Green missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Bielitsa passes to Jones.
I got the help outside.
High arcing shot.
This is a quarter he'd rather forget. This guy just can't seem to get the lid off of that bucket.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
We call that one the do-it-yourself kit.
Minnesota leading by 15 to the left side wing. Bielitsa finds Zhang. Back to Bielitsa. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. For Minnesota, they have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. free throw good from Bielitsa. Good on both. Now Chalmers, 7 points in the game. Carter outside, lets it go from deep. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Prince wide open, bangs home the trifecta. Prince has got his second bucket of the night. The Grizzlies trail by 20. Now here's Stevenson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And stolen by Prince. Fast break, Minnesota. Muhammad with the ball. The feed now to Prince. And he drops it in from the low post.
I like that decision right there. Don't try to force a shot inside. Kick it out.
The Grizzlies shooting a pretty low 34% thus far. Carter against Prince. And stolen by Prince. Got a piece of it. Muhammad against Stevenson, and the layup is good. Muhammad's got 9 points.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Offensive rebound. A nice shot by Carter.
You're fighting to keep the possession alive, something this guy does so well.
Timberwolves leading by 22. To the inside, Prince. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
What an excellent post-entry pass. Good things happen when you make that next look.
Here is Chalmers. He has 7. He feeds it to Carter. Banked in off the glass. Carter's got 6 points in the quarter.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Jones kicks to Muhammad. Passes it to Prince. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Lance Stevenson. Some last season stats for him. Last season, put up about 7 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. I mean, the numbers aren't bad on their own, but he knows that he can help this team in a bigger way.
And sometimes it comes down to the flow of the offense. One night it's your night, another night perhaps it's somebody else's.
Andrew Wiggins, he's checked in for Prince. Chalmers finds Carter. They get the rebound.
Yet another bucket from Marc Gasol, and this guy is a threat to score from absolutely anywhere.
So it's Minnesota now. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Stevenson against Jones. Inside, stolen by Chalmers. Here's Stevenson. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Stevenson's got his first basket of the night.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Muhammad against Stevenson. Now here's Muhammad. Tight defense on him. Not going to go that time. Good D by Stevenson.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Well, this guy is just a load on the interior. Marc Gasol uses his size, he uses his angles to get where he wants to go.
So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4. No good on the free throw. Towns, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Ricky Rubio comes in for Jones. Good on the second free throw. 41 seconds left here in the third quarter. Chalmers against Rubio. Fires the three. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 4 rebounds in this game. Chalmers passes to Carter. And there's Marc Gasol on the assist from Carter. Carter's got 4 assists in the game. Rubio against Chalmers. Rubio the pass to Towns. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Timberwolves lead by 15. And time to step it. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. We've got Carter. Matt Barnes is out there at Green. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And that one misses. So it's Rubio bringing it up for Minnesota. 13-point lead. 2 points. That one goes. 17 points for Karl-Anthony Towns.
Well, the body control of Karl-Anthony Towns, just a terrific job to take the hit.
Gasol's shot is good. Timberwolves leading by 13. Rubio with it. Outside, Levine. The pass to Wiggins. Over Barnes. And too long on the shot. The Grizzlies shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. And the rejection by Towns. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Pulls up. Minnesota working with a new shot clock. A 3-pointer. Wiggins. No good. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. They get to take on the Magic at Orlando after this one. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them.
Well, after hitting 1 triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
Rubio against Carter. A floater, and Rubio with the lay-in.
Oh, you have to appreciate Rubio's creativity. Floats that one in.
And here is Conley. Pass to Green. Some nice passing there by Memphis. It's Gasol missing. Minnesota leading by 15. For 3, Levine. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it, Greg? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Green kicks to Conley. Pass to Carter. 4 on the shot clock. And he dunks it right over Jang. Oh, wow.
And you know Carter is taking off on the drive. When he has a head of steam like that, he's looking to tear off the rim.
Outside, Levine. Pass to Wiggins. Over Barnes. And Wiggins with the basket on the assist by Levine. Levine's got 5 assists tonight.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And the first one drops. Zach Randolph's checked in for the Grizzlies. And a change for the Timberwolves. Garnett's checked in. Vince Carter hits them both. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Outside, Levine. Trying to find Rubio. He's got it now. Wiggins surveying the floor. 6 to shoot. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Boy, more points on the board for Wiggins. How about this guy? This is a memorable night.
Conley, the pass to Carter. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
Listen, he hits that shot on a regular basis. Give credit to the offense for getting him a clean look.
Here's Wiggins, and yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Wiggins has got 14 points here in the second half. Barnes passes to Carter. Here's Conley, guarded by Levine. Conley dishes to Carter. Back to Conley. A wide open look for Gasol, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 5 assists tonight. Now Rubio. Wiggins right side over Barnes, and it's good off the back rim and in. That's 29 points for Andrew Wiggins. Rubio against Conley. Kicks to Carter, fires the 3, makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
On the wing, Wiggins. Towns, the pass to Wiggins. No good with the elbow jumper.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
Well, he sees the play developing, takes care of his responsibility. Just terrific job defensively.
And the call on the shot, it sends him to the line. And a quick look now at how the Memphis Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Friday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Orlando Magic. Then on Saturday, they'll head home to take on the Dallas Mavericks.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
For 3, Levine. It's rebounded by Memphis. Randolph's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And Vince Carter with the slam.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Timberwolves leading by 10. Rubio taking his time here. Wiggins outside. And he can't stop the run as he misses. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Memphis Grizzlies. He kicks it to Carter. Dishes to Gasol. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Rubio against Barnes. And out of bounds is Memphis gains possession. Allen's checked in for Carter. Vince Carter, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. And then for Minnesota, Gorgie Dang comes in for Kevin Garnett. And it's Muhammad in for Ricky Rubio. Allen against Levine. To the middle. Here's Wiggins, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Greg, no secret that many Minnesota fans are questioning the contract they gave to Andrew Wiggins as his development has seemed to plateau.
And with all due respect to Wiggins, it would be worth worrying about if you're a Timberwolves fan. Wiggins has taken a step backwards, I feel, the last few years in his scoring and seemingly has lost the edge to his game that made him such a promising young star.
Marc Gasol is checked in for the Grizzlies. Ricky Rubio checked in for the Timberwolves. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Conley, it's blocked.
Well, with his vertical, Levine sends it back. That is nice.
Tipped away. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Rubio. And Memphis making a change here. Barnes. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Andrew, an impressive win for you guys. How will you look back on tonight?
It feels great, I think the whole team played great. We shared the ball, we grabbed rebounds, we made big possessions, so I think it was a great game.
Hey, Andrew, congrats again. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.